Maybe tell me if I'm wrong. I remember saying like, guys, here's the thing: either one of y'all moves, or you both go to the office, or something like that, or go to the office because figure it out. You know what I mean? I think basically I just said figure it out, right? And
That's like
then
what you
and then
said.
so y'all were gonna do rock paper
Mm-hmm.
scissors. So tell me how'd that work?
We have rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I think I got scissors. He got like paper. I won. I just pushed him out the way. Well, hello.
Well, hello, Max. So it always feels weird the way starts doing a podcast episode,
Mhm.
but it's just a conversation. It
Yeah.
is. It's gonna be different because the thing is, like, I don't have to worry about you getting your work done. I don't have
Mhm.
to worry about you not talking to Aaron Diaz across the room.
Mhm.
I don't have to worry about you picking on hold on, Damaris and Anahi hitting them in the head with a pencil, or not hitting, but tapping them in the head with a pencil. Like,
Mhm.
I don't have to worry about that. I can just talk to you.
Don't
You know
forget
what I
about
mean?
Ruth.
Don't forget about Ruth. Yes, like you would probably say that she picks on you, but you pick on Ruth. You pick on
Nah,
Ruth.
she picks on me way too much.
So Max, you have to understand something. You're 6 foot. How much?
I was 350 last time we checked
Uh,
at the physical exam
yeah.
for athletic. I believe I'm like 350 now.
Okay. No, on the way, but like, what's how tall? I'm sorry. How tall are you?
I'm like 6'4", almost 6'5", I believe.
So, all right. So you said, but she picks on you too. So understand something, Max. You're twice the size. Like you're so
Mhm.
much taller. She's tall for a girl. She
Mhm.
is kind of tall for a girl. Like
Mhm.
I don't. I don't know. I don't think she's as tall as me though. I think she's close though. Maybe I don't know. But you're what? So you're 6'4". I'm maybe 5'9". Probably closer to 5'8". So 5'8". So then it's 4 more inches to 6 foot. So you're 8 inches taller than me. Probably 8 to 9 inches taller than me.
Mhm.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little special when it comes to height.
You're so silly. So like, man, I love talking about you to Melinda, and like, I really didn't get a full chance to say, hey, this is my wife, Melinda, this is Max, and all that kind of stuff. When she
Mhm.
comes back, 100%, I'm gonna like take that second because I've told her everything about you that I think's possible that I could have said. You know what I mean? Because like when I get
Mhm.
home and when she gets home, because she's a teacher too, she teaches in
Mhm.
Itasca. She gets home, I get home, we both take like 10, 15 minutes to ourselves to kind of relax for a second, change into comfortable clothes or whatever.
Mhm.
And then we talk about our day. And like you make it into like definitely once a week conversation about you. Like, but it sometimes it's like multiple days in a row just because of something silly you did. You know what I mean? You know,
Mhm.
dude, you know. All right,
But
so
don't forget the tax fraud, tax evasion. Yeah, me and Aaron commit that a lot. It's so much fun.
all right, so I'm in class. For those of people that I know I'm talking to you, but let me kind of tell the story. So I'm in class, right? And then you are like, I'll be teaching. I don't know, like it's not like you disrupt me in the middle of teaching. Like you'll let me get to a point where like you're not interrupting me like
like,
mid sentence.
like you're in a pause.
Yes, like I'm in a pause or something, and then you'll be like, Mr. Ennis, and you'll say, don't forget to pay the max tax or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, you have to pay me. I'm your security guard. I'm
Yes,
your
because you're my
bodyguard.
security guard. Yes, like and it's so funny because you have
Mhm.
literally almost, I mean, not to the point it was bad, but like drug kids out of my class that weren't supposed to be in there. So like you 100% of my bodyguard, 100% my
Mhm. And
bodyguard.
you also said if I ever get an ISIS, you're like, good job, Max. And slide me a bag of M&Ms. I remember you saying that to this
Max,
Rodriguez.
you're not supposed to say that. Max,
Shh.
you didn't actually say that. He didn't actually say that if he goes to ISS, I'll slip a bag of peanut M&Ms under the door.
Never
Here you go,
said
Max.
it.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh my gosh, Max. So, like, I don't want to like not acknowledge your height, which I think we've already acknowledged. But like,
Yeah.
so like, how have you always been that much taller than all the other students your age?
Yes, I'm usually taller than most students. All my food students are around my height because they have like the same syndrome. I forgot exactly what it's called. I just called it overgrowth syndrome because basically you know how you have growth hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, mine is pretty much double than a normal person, so I go twice as fast.
Wow. Okay, so like, man, I don't know much about that stuff. Like, because here's the thing, like, I don't go and read about stuff, or I don't go and like watch the news and find out different types of the hormones and all that kind of stuff.
That's what I do.
Yeah, but like, if I meet someone, like you and you're talking about it with me, now I'm interested. You know what I mean? Now I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, how common is that? Okay, like how like the treatments and stuff like that. But like I know that you shared with me like you do the Botox shots,
Mhm. I
right?
just got some recently, like a couple weeks
Yeah, I
ago.
remember it was on a Thursday, I think. I
Mhm.
remember because you told me about it, and I was like, okay, he's not gonna be here because he's going to get those shots. But you told me like, right, those make you feel better,
Mhm. That
right?
usually takes up to like a week because I'm usually sore afterwards because I just had, they go deep into my
Mm-hmm.
muscles. They pretty much what they do. They paralyze the deep muscles. That's what they really do.
Okay. Okay. Like I've had like the best way to describe it is an epidural. So like sometimes like women like during pregnancy and stuff like that, during the time the baby's born or whatever, anyways, they get a shot in their back and it's to help them with pain. I've got that in my back probably 6 or 7 times. Yeah, they go straight to your spine all the way through all that stuff. And then I mean I'm
Mhm.
sure it's probably very similar, if not the same as yours, but mine's just lower back. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it was scary when they first like told me they were gonna do that. I'm like, I didn't like needles. I was scared and all that stuff, and I
Mhm.
still am. I don't like needles, but at the same time, I know that that shot made me feel better. So I was like, yes, I'll deal with not liking needles and all that stuff because I know it's gonna make me feel better.
If you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
how long does it last for? Like the epidural, like how long does the pain last for?
So mine was a little bit different. Mine was I have the discs in my spine. It's do
Mhm.
you know what like and I don't want to like kind of try to teach you something, but do you know what I'm talking about with the discs?
Yeah, like they
Okay.
put metal plates, like metal disc, and to help
Okay.
support your back. You know
Yes.
that?
So my lowest lumbar, so the lowest part the spine has like, does the whole spine thing, you know what
Mhm.
I mean? In between the lowest ones, all of that tissue and all of that I don't know what you call it, the disc, right?
Mhm.
It was gone. It's like for years and years and years, I was walking the wrong way, or like I had injured it by lifting something when I was younger, and it just wore down to nothing. So it was basically bone on my nerve. And so the only way to deal with that is either you do a bunch of sit-ups and build up the strength right there in your core, or you can go to physical therapy, which costs money, or you can get those shots, or you can have surgery, right? So I did all of those. I did them for years, right? So the epidural shots, the thing with those is I would have never had my surgery if the epidural shots worked the same way all the time as they did the very first time I got them. The very first time I got it, I went pain free for about 2 months. Like about 2, maybe 3 months, I went pain free. That was like I was in pain. I'm still in pain all the time. Like once you have this type of thing, it never goes away. You just have good days and bad days. You know what I mean? So
That's the same with me right here.
yes.
Sometimes I always feel miserable. Some days I'm not as bad.
Yep.
Sometimes I just don't want to get out of bed because I have a massive migraine.
So you get headaches and stuff from them too?
I get sometimes like I think every couple of times a year I get massive migraines. Like
Mm,
once, like I don't know, 5 or 6 times a year. Usually I'll get massive migraines.
man, like I love listening to you talk about it, but also like it makes me sad. Like it makes me a little sad because like you shouldn't be experiencing that stuff. Like and it it's just because it's different. It's just different situation. You know what I mean? It's because of the growth, right? So what do you
hmm
call it? What
I'm
like
not sure
what it's
exactly what it's
called? Uh
called.
huh.
I call it overgrowth syndrome. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
sure the
Yeah.
medical term.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
get
all
it.
that.
I get it. But no, I mean, like, that's what you just called it is what I would need to know it as. You know what I mean? Because the medical term, I don't know what all that mumbo jumbo is. Tell
What
me what it is. You know what I
like what
mean?
medical term? Like syndrome.
Oh my gosh. So that's what you do. Like we'll be talking serious about something, or Mr. Ennis, like, did I solve this problem right? And then I'll be like, yeah, and you're paying attention and everything. And then right when you're done, you just like grab like on my shoulder and be like, now pay the max tax.
That's when I go.
So we were talking about pain, and then we were talking about you being silly and working your
Mhm.
math problems and paying the max tax. And then you made okay. Now I know exactly where it is. I have to do that. I have to go and walk through the
Yeah,
situation.
sometimes I have to do that. Like if I'm really stressed, I'm in like doing a really long math problem. I do that.
Yes, yes,
Like I
to
would have to
walk it
write
through it.
it down, go
Yes,
by step. I do that a lot in your class. If I like get to like a really long problem, it's like 3 or 4 steps long. I have to do
that's
that.
cool though, man. But you it works for you. You know what I mean? That you found what works. Where some people would never think to do that, they're just like, I just don't get it. I'm not gonna get it. And they just give up. So,
hmm
anyways, um, I talked about this on the podcast episode with Ashton. So you said you were watching that, right? Isn't that what you
hmm
said?
Before
Okay.
I got here, I
So
was
did
watching a
did you
bit of
get to
it.
the point where we were talking about you?
Yeah, so the thing is
Okay.
like halfway, like you show up the picture, yeah, like you showed the picture and
Yes.
all that.
Yes. So anyways, I remember like I let y'all kind of make your own decisions on where you wanted to sit. You know what I mean? Because I get it that like it's good to start off strong as a teacher and have a seating chart and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying that's not me. You know what I mean? I
hmm
feel like I'm comfortable enough that I'm gonna let y'all try something, and if it don't work, what happened to Aaron Diaz?
He got booed. I made him go. Whether he won the rock paper scissors or not, I was still gonna make him move.
So, all right, so you're gonna be able to remember this better than I do because I don't remember details. I just remember the situation. So, I remember like it was every day. It was every day. Y'all get done with your work or whatever, or halfway through your work, and then you would just do something to him. He would do something to you, and then it just disrupts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, but like I thought I remember thinking to myself like, oh, I'm a good enough teacher. I can handle this. I can handle
you
these two
can't
guys together.
handle.
Like I literally thought that I was like, I can deal with it. It's just gonna take them a little more time to know I don't they need to do differently. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I can fix it. I can fix it. And I remember I kept addressing stuff with y'all, and I'm like, guys, stop. You got to know to stop. Do this, do that, right? And I remember one day I was just done, right? I was just done, and I said, guys, I'm done. And I think this is what I said. Don't maybe tell me if I'm wrong. I remember saying like, guys, here's the thing: either one of y'all moves, or you both go to the office, or something like that, or go to the office because figure it out. You know what I mean? I think basically I just said figure it out, right? And
That's like
then
what you
and then
said.
so y'all were gonna do rock paper
hmm
scissors. So tell me how'd that work?
We have rock paper scissors shoot. I think I got scissors. He got like paper. I won. I just pushed him out the way.
So this other kid, I mean, like just to give you an idea, he's half the size, if not a third the size, like because he's a skinny kid, right? So Aaron Diaz, he's a skinny guy. He's not super tall or anything like that. And then like Max was
Mhm.
just like, "Yeah, you're leaving." It's like, pooch.
Yeah.
So I have you right next to where I teach. You're right there at the very front of the class, and then Aaron Diaz is the furthest from you in the back corner.
Which one is it very good idea? You probably should keep him away from you. That's not the brightest idea, just saying.
I know, man. I know. I remember. Like we'll do the memory test or whatever, and he's the one. He had a screenshot of a score where he got 12 or better, and he's like, "Mr. Ennis, I beat you or whatever." And then I looked at, it, I was like, "No, that's a screenshot. That wasn't the program." And I was like, "Nope, no more. You ain't gonna do that." So like I know. So here's the thing. I have a student like Aaron Diaz, like almost every single year. I do, and the thing is Tucker and Aaron Diaz are very similar in that sense.
Yeah,
They
they
want to
do.
do the work as fast as possible because to them, they know it's easy. Oh, I can deal with it. Let's just get done.
I'm kind of like that, but it comes to like whenever I get to a long term, like I have to work out. Like I
Yes.
know like basic, like 13 times 3, all of
hmm
that. I do that in my math. I really don't have to write it down.
Yeah. And that's really cool because that's not common. Like being able to do 13 times 3 really quick in your head, that's not very common now in the state of Texas for kids your age. It's not. And here's how I can tell you that I know that. I've only taught at one school, but my star scores, when I say star scores, y'all take a star test every
Yeah.
year, right? So do you remember how well you did last year on last year's math?
I don't remember, but
Okay.
I know I'm at least good enough to be in advance.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. I could tell you. So look, if you want to know, maybe Friday, because Friday we're not doing a whole bunch, right? We're
hmm
gonna do some stuff to get caught up and maybe something fun or whatever.
hmm
But it's the day before we go to Thanksgiving break. We are not about to do a whole bunch of new stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Yes. So that's the way I am, man. Like, and you've seen that before. Like, sometimes we just need a little bit of a break. That doesn't mean, hey, it's a free day. No, it means, hey, let's take care of business. Show me you understand this. Do these problems or whatever. We'll do a little bit of talking, and then like we'll do some Uno, or we'll do, you know what I mean, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
remember that? I forgot what the haunted house. Like I forgot what it was. It was
Yes.
the
Yep.
me and Aaron both finished it first. We said
Yes, it
GGEs.
was the haunted house, like escape room or something
Yeah,
like that.
escape
Yep, I
room.
got that from Miss Rodriguez. She's amazing.
You should
Like,
really let me and Aaron sit next to each other again. We work so well. We actually work really fast if we're not off topic. Because most of the time, I spend most of my time get Aaron to be quiet. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. So you probably don't know them because they're old. It's an old TV show, but the Three Stooges. Have you ever heard of the Three
I
Stooges?
think
So
so.
it's three like friends that all wear like these black suits, like in this black and white, right? Way back in the day. And they would just do silly stuff to each other, like you and Aaron Diaz do to each other. But they would do like whoa, 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 and they'd like hit each other on the head and run and all that kind of
I
stuff,
hit
right?
him on the head, you know that.
So y'all are like the Three Stooges, but there's only two of you. Like that,
Hmm.
like y'all are like it's just you'll wait till the other one is working on a math problem, and then you'll just be like, hey Aaron," and just kind of push him. You know what I mean? Or he'll wait till you're doing something, and then he'll just be like, "Oh, Max," and then mess with you. So like y'all are like the Three Stooges, but like there's just two of you. So it's
Because really, sometimes I find interrupting.
no, you're good.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I spent a lot of my time trying to get him to get back on topic. Like he go, "Hey Max, hey Max." He just start messing with me while I'm trying to do a really long math problem. You know my eraser, little Timmy.
Yeah, little Timmy.
Yeah. He says that a lot.
Yeah.
He steals little Timmy a lot.
So he does what with it?
He just steals it, doesn't give it back, and
Steals
then
little Timmy. So for those people that don't know, like in our class, we have tables about this size. They're a little bit bigger
Mhm.
than this. They're a little bit
Yeah.
longer, but they're whiteboards, right?
Yeah.
They're all entirely whiteboard. So the entire surface is you can write on it. You can work problems on. So all my students have their own zipper bag, right?
Mhm.
And it has its own flaws because like y'all don't have a certain spot, and sometimes it takes a second to find your bag or whatever.
Yeah.
But I found that works so much better than putting a whole bunch of supplies in a bucket and say, here you go. Because then everyone's going to not care about the markers and they're going to leave the lids off and all that stuff, right?
And I won't be able to have little Timmy.
And you won't be able to have little Timmy. So little Timmy is his little, I want to say it's a 2-inch by 2-inch square, one of those little erasers. So they're called the different colors, the erasers. I've got red ones, yellow ones, blue ones.
I have yellow.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. You have yellow. So little Timmy is yellow.
Originally, it was Aeon, like he drew a little smiley face on it. I just took it and never gave it back.
So this whole time I'm feeling bad for like you, and you stole little Timmy from him.
Originally, like I think I had the erase. I drew the smiley face. Aeon took it for a bit. I took it back. So pretty much now, little Timmy's mine. He's in my custody.
So
He's not living
yes.
in the basement.
So anyways, yes, all the students in class have their own zipper bag that has their own expos, has their own little eraser, your little Timmy, right?
Yes.
And it's got some pencils or whatever, but it's really cool to do that because like now you're gonna take care of your stuff if you know no one else is gonna mess with your stuff. You know
Except
what I mean?
for me, in cases we have both the same color bag, both pink. So sometimes I'll
Okay.
grab his.
Yeah. No,
Now
I
I'll
get
be
it.
wondering, where's little Timmy? He doesn't have his face.
I get it, but man, I'm telling you, like the thing that a lot of students don't see is that like expo markers aren't cheap. Like y'all know, like if they were cheap, then I wouldn't care how many y'all have. You know what I mean? But I have a system where if you have one that goes bad, give me one and I'll give you a new one. Right? I'm out of new ones right now for the year. Like I'm out. It is what it is. I've got a donor's choose, and you know about donor's choose. We've been talking about
Yeah.
that. So I've got a donor's choose open to buy a whole bunch of new expo markers, like 400 or something. That's gonna last the whole rest of the year, but it's not paid off for yet, and I'm still working on getting it paid off. I'm trying to get some companies to help out. So, anyways,
I have two questions
Yes.
about donut shoes. Didn't you get the DJ set for donut shoes, or are you buying that yourself? The one I picked out to help that we made the TikTok on.
very good, very good. So, okay, so the DJ, the light kit, right? It was like a light like system type thing. So, anyways, I didn't do that through Donors Choose. I did that through. It's called the Education Foundation. So it's an organization here in town, here in Hillsborough. Okay. And basically it's made up of a whole bunch of like really good people in the community and people that care and parents and stuff like that. And what they do is they do fundraisers around town. Like they did that, the color run. Do you remember them talking about that? The
Yeah.
Autumn Fest color run?
But then I get canceled.
Yeah, it got canceled
Yeah.
because of the weather. But they do stuff like that. They do more stuff than just that, but that's just an example. They do fundraisers, right? And what they do with that money is they help give back and buy stuff for teachers,
Teachers.
right? Teachers, like whether it be a computer, a TV. In this case, it was that light thing that you helped me choose. It was you and Giselle, right? That were really like helping out with that. Because I remember I had said something about her in the TikTok too, I think. Or was it Giselle? Or who was that?
I think it could also been Kate. I think I
Kate,
forgot.
okay, I think it was all 3 of y'all. But
Hmm.
anyway, so, like, yes, you were like, "TikTok?" I was like, "Absolutely, we're 100% doing a video." So, yes, I definitely remember that video. I just watched it again the other day. But that item, yeah, so it's got a tripod, so it's like these tripods, but then
Hmm.
on top, it almost looks like a oval thing like this, and it's
Kind of like a
got
ring light.
yes, and it's got different, like, lasers or flashing red lights and blue lights and green lights and all that. So
Hmm.
it's supposed to make it feel like a dance party.
Remember, one of my ideas was like you could get like sticky LED lights, put them in a locker around them,
Mhm.
so it flashes through
Yes.
the.
Yep, I
Oh,
remember that. So here's the thing.
I'm just smart like that.
No, yes, you 100% are. So here's the thing. I remember you saying that, but I remember thinking, "Oh, that maybe once I get this other thing, right? Once I get
Hmm.
the light, and I don't even know what it's called, it's like a DJ light, right?"
Yeah,
So
it's a stick
anyways,
with a light, simply
yes. So, anyways, I
light
submitted
stick.
I submitted that request to the Education Foundation. So, they buy the stuff for teachers with those funds and stuff. So I got notification, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but I'm sure that they've told people by now. But I had one of the people that I teach their son that is part of the Education Foundation tell me the other day that they approved that thing. So they're gonna buy me that DJ thing. So for the hallways, that's gonna be super cool. So I'm
Especially
super
on
excited.
Fridays,
On
because
Fridays. Oh my gosh, I love Fridays.
with all the music, I'm always
Yes.
standing out there making sure no one comes near you, especially with Rory.
You're being my bodyguard because on Fridays in the music, I just bought and we were at Sam's the other day, so me and Melinda picked it up. My wife, that new speaker that's out there.
Hmm.
So I bought that one because I want to get a new one. You know what I mean? I wanted
Hmm.
the one that was louder, that because that other one was mine too, and it just kind of wasn't very good.
Still
So
pretty good quality
yeah,
though.
yeah, no, it was. But when I say it wasn't very good, it was like the Bluetooth would disconnect all the time in the middle of me playing a song. So it's like, it was just little things like that were bothering me about it. So, anyways, we got the new speaker, and then that's whenever I was like, man, we need some lights out there.
Hmm.
So on Fridays, we're gonna blare that speaker and we're gonna play all those songs that people love. They like to play that love song by Keisha Cole, where it's just like, oh, they're all in their feelings.
Tonight the
Oh,
music sings
yes,
so loud.
yes. So we're gonna play that. We're gonna have the lights going good, and we're gonna be out there having a good time. And but I don't know when it's gonna be. It'll probably be like a couple. We'll definitely probably be whenever we get back after Thanksgiving break
Hmm.
when we'll get that light out there. But I think that'll be really cool.
It really will be, because I'm just standing out there with all the lights in my face, just doing this, waiting,
Hmm.
making sure no one comes near you. I'm giving Imus Rodriguez.
So I feel like let me explain how I feel, Max, like on Fridays when you do that. So I feel like I'm like the coolest person in the world. Like I'm the president and like I'm over here doing my thing and I'm dancing and all this stuff. And if somebody wants to come mess with me or whatever, Max was like, no, you have to go through me first.
Hey, if they do get through me, I'm not going down until I take them down with me. Even if they take me down, I'm taking them down with me. If I go down, I'm baby hugging them and I'm falling down with them. If anything, I'll fall on top of them.
Oh my gosh, dude. So like that's what Fridays are like. Like we do the whole music thing. It's really cool. So all right, man, like like is there anything that you came here and you're like, "Oh, I want to talk about this or I want to ask him about this." I remember one thing you said in class. But what is it you have questions on?
I'm trying to remember. If you don't mind me asking,
Yeah, no, I
it's
don't.
about your day life. What do you do when you wake up? If you don't mind me
No, I
asking,
got it. I'll tell you, I'm a very routine person.
like on
Okay.
Saturdays, like
Oh, very
weekends.
good. No, that's a good question. So if you're telling like everyday like school life, I get up at the exact same time every day. I do the same routine every single day. I take Hunter to school and then I come to school. But on the weekends, man, it looks different every weekend. The podcast, we started the podcast over the summer. Me and my wife did. Like I wound up doing most of the episodes with people, and it's just like I think
She's like
it's
the audio guy, the
well,
audio
like she does
woman.
so much. She does so much, but I was out here talking to Javier. He's the that's his desk back there. He's the guy that works at Hill College. This is his area, right? So I
Hey,
was I was talking to him, and he was asking me about the podcast and everything, and then he asked my wife Melinda because Melinda was in here. He said, "So what's your thing?" You know what I mean? And then like because this is his thing, the podcast or whatever. What's your thing? So Melinda's thing is she likes photography. She loves taking
I
pictures and
would
editing
love to.
pictures.
I would love to do that.
Oh, dude, like she went and did the college classes. She has her camera is amazing, but the camera is not even the coolest thing. Like, and I know it's a lot of money, but she has a camera lens that's probably cost more than almost like $2,000. right? That's a lot. That's a ton of money for a lens for a camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
What can you do? Magic powers? Can you write an essay for you? Can it take
oh my
500
gosh.
pictures at once? Can it give you magic powers? What can it do?
Yeah, you could buy like 5 PlayStation 5s or something like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
So
would love to have 5 of
but
those.
that's her thing, you know what I mean? So like I didn't like I was kind of shocked when she told me how much it cost, but then I was like, you know what? But why? Like I'm not mad because this is my thing. You know what I
Feel
mean?
like you got one, two, three iPhones,
Yeah, I
a
got my iPad right
microphone.
there. Usually I use my GoPro that's over there.
Yeah, I saw
Like
that.
so yes, this stuff wasn't free, you know what I mean? But I'm also I don't spend a bunch of money on stuff. A lot of this stuff wasn't brand new when I got it. I just found really good deals and it just worked
It's
out.
refurbished,
Yes,
kind of.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm a refurbished person. That's
I
like
know.
that describes me in a nutshell. I'm refurbished. I am just as good as new. Someone's checked me over and everything, but like something wasn't quite right in the beginning.
I like to return my Mr. Nist. There's something wrong with him. I'd like to return him to the factory, please.
Dude, ain't nobody gonna take me. Ain't nobody gonna take me, Max. I say that, but I know there's a lot of love around me. But man, ain't nobody want to deal with me, Max.
I deal with you every day. I'm your
Oh
bodyguard.
yes, but like I don't know how Mr. Harvell deals with me. I'm so like different than not. And here's the thing. I'm not saying different like oh no one's as good. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's a big difference between my personality and other teachers or some other teachers, right?
Mhm.
Like I'm sure. What examples would you give her? Like or what were you gonna say?
I was just I love when people are different. I don't like it when everybody's the same, like same. I love it when people are different. I'm different with my
Yep.
height and all that. You're different. Your son Hunter's different.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, I
No,
just
you're good. You're good. You're good. No, man, I love how you said that, and I love how you brought up Hunter. So, like, so I know that that was what you said in class. You're like, you said something like, "Is it okay if I ask you about Hunter or something like that?" Didn't you say something like
Mhm.
that? So Hunter, yes, like you had a chance to see him when he's not at his best. Like when I say at his best, that's him being overwhelmed, right? He doesn't understand this room. He's never been in here. He doesn't know you. He doesn't know anything about what we're doing. He's
Mhm.
just kind of like I'm ready to go. So you got a chance to see him not at his
Twice.
yes, twice because you saw him. When did you see him the
Like
other
with
time?
that day in the office where when my parents couldn't pick me
Yep,
up
I
because I had to go
remember.
ride with Mr. Officer
I
Torres.
remember. Did y'all do knuckles? You and Hunter? I can't remember. Did y'all like do fist bump?
Yeah, I just gave him a fist bump.
Yes. So he calls it knuckles. So that's what we call it, like we knuckles or whatever. But like, yeah, it's a fist bump. That's like, and I think did you ask for one and he gave you one or okay?
Yeah, I
Yes.
over here earlier when
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
"Here, give me a fist bump."
Yep, I remember. Yep. So, and that just happened like earlier, but like my memory, I lose stuff like that. So no, you got a chance to see him, but like you said, it's just different. Like it doesn't. And this is one of the sayings that's a very famous saying about autistic people: different, not less. Right? Different, yes, but not less. Right? He's not any less of a person. He's just different. Right? And the way he handles stuff,
Mhm,
you're different, and like your height and stuff like that. I'm different. Like from some people with my ADHD and and
mhm.
and, and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
like to say
yeah.
it's not a disability; it's a different
There
ability.
you
Is what
go.
I've heard.
I love that. I love that. I've heard
Mhm,
that too. I like it's not something I use all the time because as a teacher we don't we it's called a disability. You know, I mean it is because there's certain services you can get as a student
mhm.
if you have what they call a disability, right?
I believe I had one of those services. I
Uh-huh.
used to go to PT, like in the school.
Yeah, physical
Miss
therapy.
Deborah.
Uh-huh.
You might not know her. She's at the intermediate. Sometimes she comes to the junior high. I used to go to her because like I had trouble writing with my motor movements in my hand and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not
No,
sure, quite
yeah.
sure why, because I was never told. If I had to take a guess, probably with like my height and all that, messing
Yeah.
with my just nervous system and all that. Since I'm twice the normal size of a 12-year-old.
Yeah. 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 I'm with you. So yeah, like it Hunter his disability is last time I've checked and I know my wife's probably going to correct me whenever she sees this, but he was diagnosed with moderate to severe autism, right? And there was a time when he was nonverbal. Like he wouldn't say really anything. He'd make noises, right? But it takes him much longer to develop than other kids
Hmm.
on some things. But there's some things that he can do that I've never seen a grown adult do. Like he used to have, and I feel kind of bad saying this, but like again, we don't buy stuff new a lot of the times. He had 4 different iPads, right? I don't think we ever like saw him with all 4, but we saw him with 3 different iPads, and he's playing Subway Surfers, right? On
On
3 different
one.
iPads,
Oh
doing
dang.
this, doing this the whole time. And sometimes I promise you, he would be doing this, and then all of a sudden he would start laughing and go like this. And cover his eyes, and he would still be playing all through 3. It's like he memorized what was gonna happen. Like it's weird.
Your son's a psychic. He's a magic man. I'm kind of like that because like then how I used to get Botox.
Yeah.
They have a child specialist person that they'll bring me an iPad. I usually play Fruit Ninja.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of which, I actually broke the high school. High school's like 144. I think I got like 240 somewhere around there.
Wow, for Fruit Ninja, he loves that too. He has no interest in getting a high score. He just thinks it's funny eventually to like just say, "Oh, I'm gonna hit this bomb." You know what I mean? It's funny to him.
Kaboom.
Yes, it's just funny. So like, but he's super good at it. Like he can be turned right here and just do it all. You know what I mean? So I get it, man. I get it.
He's gonna be the next Superman. He's gonna be the next psychic hero. He's gonna be in the Justice League in the DC. You're raising a superhero, Mr. Inch. You're raising a
Oh
superhero.
I would like to think that I am. I would. Trust me. It. So all that to say, like, yeah, you said that you love different people. I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
It's myself and you are different people. We're not
Mhm.
the same as other people.
Right.
Think about everybody has a different thing. Like some
Yeah.
people are different in different ways, physically, mentally. Some people are different in culture. If you really think about it.
Right. No, I 100% agree. And I think that kind of like I know exactly what you're saying, but the way that I would say it is that like at one point you said you like different people, and like you pointed out like you, me, and all these kind of things, right? And
Mhm.
Hunter and stuff like that. So I 100% agree that people are different in their own special ways, but there's also like groupings of different. You know what I mean?
Yes, this-
Like autistic, right? You know,
Mhm.
like yours.
ADHD.
Yes. Like there's those groupings. So my thing is like it really stands out the people that have one of those groupings. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because we can relate in one way or another. You know what I mean?
But really, everybody's really not the same. Just some people just don't like to show their differences. They like to
Yes.
blend in with others
Yes.
because they think that their person is higher above them.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that said so well. Like I don't expect to have those conversations with a 7th grader. Like I'll be honest with you, I don't. Because here's why. Some adults are afraid to have those kind of conversations and be honest. You know,
Mhm.
I probably was like that too at some point where I was afraid to be honest with myself or about who I am and stuff like that. So
I like showing myself. I'm big. I'm gonna make myself look big. I like being out. I like letting people know who I am. Just like I'm with your bodyguard. I'll let them know that I'm your bodyguard and they can't come near you.
that's so funny, man. That is so funny.
I literally dragged so many people out. Raymond. Remember Raymond?
Uh,
I just drag him out.
so you pulled Raymond out the other day, right? So,
Mhm.
all right. So you also said Anahi. So what's the connection with Anahi and Raymond?
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Boyfriend, girlfriend. So I
Yeah.
taught Raymond last year, and I
Mm.
teach Anahi this year.
Yeah,
so
she's
like,
in my class.
yeah. So I seen it. I saw it one day. Like it was like a week or two ago or something. That like I can't remember. Like he kind of hugged her or something. Whenever he kind of dropped her off at class, kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I was like, wait. Y'all too. What?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And then she
Yes.
was just like, "Dude,
In fact, I'm gonna embarrass him more. One time in band, I'm gonna embarrass him. Raymond actually came in with a sign like for a basket treats, asking her to homecoming, I believe.
Oh my
Like she still had it like at
gosh.
lunch. She had the basket, had like her favorite drink, candy.
Yep.
Even had a big sign and everything. He had
I'm with
two of
you.
the 8th graders come in with him and hold the sign.
I'm with you. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
even Mr. Carrillo, our band teacher,
Yeah.
is there. He was even like, "Good job, congratulations."
Man, it takes some nerves to do that, man.
If you see this, honey, I'm just embarrassing you.
We're gonna make sure that she sees it.
Yeah.
And here's how. Let me see if something else I can make fun of her about so that she can laugh. You're Anahi, you're gonna laugh at this part right here. So I remember, and I told this story, and you're probably gonna remember it better than I do. But like Yo, I know what it was. You would get done with your work and say, Mr. Ennis, can I go sit back there with Aaron if he's done with his work, right?
Yeah,
And I would say
yeah.
only if he's done with his work, right? And then so you would like if he's done with his work and you got my permission or whatever, you'd walk back there and you walk by Anahi, and all of a sudden I'd hear, "Ow, Max, don't!" And then like so I'm like, it took me forever to realize what it was, and then so you walk by and you tap her on the head with a pencil.
A tap for me is like a hit for her. It's like,
Yes, and so like somehow the pencil would come up missing or whatever, or somebody would take it, and then here comes another pencil, and then and then that one would be gone, and here comes another pencil, and
Yeah.
you just kept like, man, I don't know, 20 pencils, something like
50?
that, 50
yeah,
pencils.
I had some in my hoodie. Like I even had some in my hoodie.
Yes,
like,
I
right
remember that. So it's like ammunition, but yours is pencils.
here. Yeah.
Oh my
Like,
gosh!
Aaron
So
kept on taking it. He thought I ran in my hoodie. I just reached back here. It was
so
funny.
other kids are like putting their hoodies on so they can kind of try to fall asleep in class or something. No, for Max, that's an extra pocket. That's where he puts his school supplies.
My ammunition for hitting people on the head.
And what's the funniest thing is when you go back there, you have to bend over to actually hit Anahi because you're so much taller.
Yeah, just go. And I also hit Ruth on the head too. Don't forget that.
Oh my gosh. Hey, so like let me point something out real quick. Every single year as a teacher, we get to see kids as a group. Now,
Mhm.
understand something. I know you know this. Not there's gonna be some students that just don't get along with others. That it
Yes,
is.
I know that. I've seen it.
So understand that. We get that. But we have seen year after year collectively, for the most part, y'all like the grade level kind of gets along. You know what I mean? Like I get it. There's gonna be outliers, there's gonna be stuff that happens. But here's how I'm using it as an example. You just talked about you messing with Ruth, you messing with Anahi and hitting them on the head.
hmm
It's like a laugh kind of thing, and then they do something back or whatever, and then it's like this picking kind of thing. But y'all do it with love. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that y'all know back there. Oh, I love you and hit no, but it's like it's because y'all are just friends. Y'all are just messing around and stuff like
Classmates,
that.
yeah,
Classmates, right?
yeah.
It's not like oh, you're bullying. It's never that, right?
No.
Like,
I intentionally never try to hurt anybody.
yes,
Intentionally.
yes.
Unless they make me mad. It's like my younger brother. He can make me mad sometimes.
I remember you talking about that. So, how old is your younger brother?
I forgot like his birthday. I'm pretty sure he just turned 11. His birthday was November 7th. He just turned 11 because I'm like a year and a half older than him. He was born in 2010.
Okay.
And I was born in 2011.
Uh huh. So
Mhm.
he's in 5th grade then.
I believe so.
Okay, in Hillsboro, right? He's in
Mhm.
Hillsboro. Okay.
Because like you know how his birthday's November 7th.
Uh huh.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're fine. No, you
Okay.
didn't. No, you're good.
Okay, so like he started school later because school by the time he was old enough for school wasn't in yet because his birthday's in November the 7th, so he couldn't go to school yet. So he had to go to school when he was always older than usually everybody because
Okay.
he started school a year late because his birthday is in November
Uh-huh.
and school wasn't in yet.
Yep. So he is in the same grade as Hunter, but the thing is, I bet if you asked him, he might not know exactly who Hunter is because Hunter is in a life skills class, right? So he's in a class where it's other kids that have disabilities or something that they can't function fully in a normal classroom.
I think I visited there once.
Okay.
I think I went in there once. I saw everybody.
Right. And when I say function in a normal classroom, that's not I don't mean function, but like in junior high, right? To be able to go class to class and not have like some help and some support in some way or another. Like, I mean, everybody's different in their own special way, but like Hunter, he couldn't just go class to class. He couldn't learn at the pace that the kids do. So so anyways, he's in the life skills class. But I'm sure that if I like you showed a picture to your brother of here's Hunter, I'm sure he's like, oh yeah, I've seen him. I know who he is. That kind of thing.
I'll
So
ask him.
yeah.
Like, I'll ask him if he's heard of Hunter. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
ask him.
yeah, absolutely.
If you're still here in 2 years, you'll probably have my younger. You'll probably have my younger brother, I believe. Hopefully he's in your advance, but hopefully he's even above me in honors. I hope.
Mhm.
He sometimes he thinks I really don't love him, but in reality, I really do love
No,
him.
I'm with you. So, man, like you said that you said hopefully I'm still here in 2 years. I don't know. We never know. You know what I mean? Like I grew up in Hillsboro. Like there's a lot of things that keep me in Hillsboro. So we never know. We never know. But you know what? I love y'all to death, and I tell my wife that on a daily basis.
And
How
hopefully,
much I
if you
love
do
it.
get him in 2 years, hopefully he'll be just like me. Hopefully, if not
Yeah.
even better.
No, I get it. I get
My
it.
brother, he's skinny and tall. He's like kind of tall. He's not taller than everybody, but I'm tall and big.
Okay, I'm with
I'm
you.
tall this and this way. I'm tall
Yeah.
both ways.
Man, like I can't wait to see in a couple years. You know what I mean? Like
It-
did they really say how much longer they think you're gonna grow?
They said I'd probably stop at like 6'4", but I'm still kind of grown, so I'll
Yeah,
probably be like 6'5", 6'6", hopefully.
yeah, I'm with you.
I don't want to be taller because I'm at the crouch center every time I go on your door. Just hi, Mr. Ennis.
Oh my gosh, Max, I love you to death,
You'll be
dude.
like, oh hi, Max.
Oh my gosh, I love you to death so much. So,
Mm-hmm.
man,
Because
go ahead. Sorry.
I really never did like math before because my teacher's grade just made me not like it. Like they didn't explain it enough. Like they'd be like, watch a video, here's a paper, do the work. But you actually explain, like I actually understand it, like because you're actually a good teacher.
I appreciate that, man. It means a
Mm-hmm.
lot. So, like,
Because
I whenever I show my frustration sometimes in class, like, and I'm not talking about frustrations when y'all are talking and stuff. I'm talking about frustrations when y'all don't understand something. I don't do a good enough job, like, I think telling y'all I'm not really frustrated with y'all. I'm frustrated because someone before me should have done something to get
mm-hmm.
you to where it wasn't something like completely confusing when I'm teaching it to you. You know
Because
what I mean?
sometimes what some of my past math teachers be like, I'm like, I need help. I don't understand. Like, just understand it. Just know it. I'm like, please help me.
I know you're being silly and I want to laugh and I truly
Mhm,
do, but like when you say stuff like that, it makes me so upset.
mhm.
And I don't get mad and I don't hold hate in my heart. I never do. But dude, like I know that you probably know this, but like y'all are my kids, man. And like so I take that as someone did that to my kid. My kid just told me that he asked for help and they said basically, no, figure it out. I'm not
Mhm.
okay with that. Now, I've said before, if you keep asking me for stuff or if I get to a certain point, I say, do this first. Don't ask me this unless you do this and this, and
Yeah,
then I'll
like you'll
come
say
help you.
like y over x,
Very
something
good.
like
Yes,
that,
because
or
I want
lines
you to
equal
show me
line.
that you're willing to start without me coming over there. That's it. That's it.
Mhm.
I don't care that you didn't get at anything else, but just show me that you're willing to start.
And sometimes I'll ask for help. I'll have it written down because like I forget to because I have a big mental capacity. Like I have it
No,
in my
yeah,
head.
I agree. I
Mhm,
agree,
and
man.
sometimes I always forget influencer, I always forget sometimes I forget to do the work in the actual
The
box.
boxes, and I am really picky about that, and it's not because um, of students like you. It's for the student that just refuses to show work because what they do is all they can say is, "Oh, I did the work, but I erased it. I needed the spot." I'm like, "No, you should have put it in the box. Figure out a way to put it in the box. You know what I
Like,
mean? So you don't
sometimes I
have to
forget to do
erase."
that, but usually you
Yes.
see that I do the work, like
Yes, I see, and if I trust me, first of all, I know what all of y'all do in the classroom. When I walk, I'm actually looking. But if it's a student that I don't have an issue with, and like they got the answer, and I knew that they got to the answer, I'm not going to be so hard on them. Other than this other one is just sitting back, doing
like,
like that.
I don't know with his calculator.
Yeah,
What's 2
don't
plus
don't
2?
don't get me started on that dude. Shortcut. I had
Mhm,
to call him Shortcut Aaron or something like that,
mhm.
or I don't know, something like that, because he's definitely always trying to find a shortcut. But he's very smart too. I'll give him that. He is very
Yeah,
smart too.
but when we haven't worked together, like, we're actually on task, we can get done real
I
quickly.
know. I'm not saying I won't try it again. I'm not saying I won't try it again, but we're not trying it until after the break for sure. Okay.
I can agree, but
Okay.
after
For
the break,
sure.
you should definitely let him come back. I'll
We'll
try to keep him under
we'll figure
control.
we'll figure out something. If nothing else, what I might do is just a suggestion. You know how you sit at the table that has like four tables pushed
Mhm,
together, and then behind y'all there's just like Anahi and how Anahi and Damara sit,
mhm.
and then who sits in front of them? Uh,
Lily and
Yes, and,
Denali.
and yes. So maybe a table like that where it's just y'all two, where you're not next to a Ruth or you're not next to a Giselle or a Kate.
You
You
should
know what I
still keep me
mean?
next to them so I
I
can
know. I
totally
know.
be so nice to
I know, because that's
them.
exactly what you do is so nice to them.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know. But
so
sometimes I do help Kate. Sometimes, yeah.
so I feel bad saying this. I feel bad not telling you this because you'll like it, but like Ashton today outside at the buses because he rides the bus or whatever.
I used to ride the
So yeah,
bus.
so he tells me, he asked me, he said, so what's your funnest? This was today. He said, what's your funnest class, or what's your class that you get the silliest with, or whatever. And like I think I told him like I don't think I have one. Like I don't think I have one that I'm just feel that safe to say, oh, that's the one I'm silly in. You know what I mean? Or that's the one that's fun. But I'll be honest with you, you all have your times where I'm like, oh, you're more silly than this one. But like for the most part, there's a lot more character in y'all's class than there is in other class.
But we know most of the character comes from
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, no, I mean we got you, we got Aaron, we got
Hmm.
Kate, we got
Hmm.
Giselle, we've got Aaron Coburn.
Rude and
Oh my
Coburn.
gosh,
Kate, can't forget
I
Kate
know
the
there's Kate, there's
Betty.
everybody that's in there, so
Hmm.
it's still so. Anyways, man, hey, I'm gonna have to cut it short, and I'm gonna say cut it short. We've been talking for almost an hour, so I do appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
I truly do. It means a lot to me. It does. The thing is that and this is what I tell a lot of people. Yes, this is gonna be posted. Yes, I'm gonna edit it, and yes, it's gonna go on my podcast. Of course, I would love to have a bunch of views, but my whole thing is, as long as YouTube is out there, this video is forever. You know what I mean? And it's something if you ever wanted to show someone else in your life and say, hey, this is Mr. Ennis, or hey, this is me at this age, we'll have that. And it's just a link away. You know what I mean? So I just think it's really cool.
Thank you for having me on this episode. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've been wanting to do this for a long time.
Man, it means a lot to me. So thank you so much.
Mhm.
All right, so we good?
Mhm.
All right, so can I have a hug?
Yes.
cool.
Just so they can see how tall I am.
Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. Big toes. Okay, all right. So, I love you, bud.
Ready, set, go bananas!